What would you do if you encountered this?
Hey! Hey!
What the?
These are the scariest reasons why you should never ignore warning signs while hiking. Case number 1. Meet Chris, a solo investigator behind the YouTube channel NKPS Paranormal, which is dedicated to real-time explorations of haunted and remote areas. On June 16, 2025, Chris decided to return to a deep forest in Kentucky that he had visited before but never spent the night in. This time, however, he chose to explore the area further by staying overnight, completely unaware of what awaited him.
Guys, I'm hearing stuff walk around the tent. I've got the knife here for protection. Also got the PP back here, the gun, GUN. But that, you hear that noise between the frogs? I think that's a coyote, but hear that? I don't know. Never heard that noise back here before. Oh, and I already started the old step 2, Steve Wallace style. Got some Southern Comfort in there. Trying to get relaxed, trying to feel this area out, listening to my surroundings. Somebody out there? Somebody out there?
Although Chris was armed and more than capable of defending himself, the sound unsettled him. It was unlike anything he had heard in the woods before. However, he decided to brush it off as nothing too serious. Little did he know that the most disturbing part of the night was about to unfold.
And then we're going to call it a night. Hey! Hey! What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Something just literally jumped on this tent.
Despair.
Who is out there? Did you all see that? Okay, we're going to put 7.8. This shit's going haywire. This stuff's going haywire. This stuff's going haywire. This says despair, skeleton, leave. I'm gonna turn it. I'm shook up, guys. Seriously, I don't have a clue what that was. Whatever it was is big.
Despite feeling rattled by the recent occurrence, Chris tried to convince himself that it must have been something harmless. However, no matter how he reasoned it, the unsettling feeling of something jumping onto his tent without a sound lingered in the back of his mind. Driven by curiosity, he embarked on an investigation of the forest, hoping to find some answers, but ultimately came up empty-handed. Exhausted, he decided to rest for the night, though sleep proved difficult, as the fear of the unknown continued to weigh heavily on his mind. By morning, he packed up his gear and left the forest behind. Case number 2. On October 7th, 2022, Nick from the hunting public and a friend ventured deep into the woods for a bow hunting trip. Despite their efforts, they didn't have any luck, so they opted to set up a tent and camp for the night, intending to hunt deeper into the forest the following day. Little did they know they were about to encounter something incredibly bizarre. Viewer discretion is advised. As the duo navigated the forest, they were startled by distant screams and a gunshot. At first, they dismissed it as nothing serious. However, an unsettling feeling began to emerge, which revealed that what lay ahead was more alarming than they expected.
I keep getting chills all down my back.
Yeah. Somebody is screaming at the absolute top of their lungs over there.
Very not good obscenities to someone else. Right before that last gunshot, it sounded like a truck revving up or something, like in gravel, throwing gravel or something.
Yeah.
And then that gunshot was like, that one sounded like a rifle. That last one, the other one sounded like a handgun. That last one, like, pow.
Could you make out a few things they were saying? It wasn't good.
Things we won't repeat on here, but it was like blood-curdling screaming. I've never witnessed anybody screaming like that.
Yeah.
Something not good's going on. Imagine if we would have ended up warping them on it, how close we would be to that.
We might have been able to see it. That's terrifying.
That is wicked.
Well, hopefully nobody got shot, but sure sounded like somebody did.
Sounds like somebody might have got killed over there. Your vehicle.
The tension grew palpable as a series of gunshots echoed through the air, leaving both men visibly shaken. The screams lingered for a moment, hanging in the silence before they finally decided to take action.
I've heard some stuff that I feel needs to be reported to the police department.
Okay.
I was hunting, me and a buddy were hunting, and at about 6:45, we heard gunshots, which is not uncommon. But then for 30 minutes straight or so, there was lots of screaming and just people obscenities, and it sounded like something really bad was going on over there. And there was 20 or more gunshots ended up happening, and then I could hear vehicles taking off and coming to a halt, and we didn't know what to do, and we had no service, so we're trying to report and see if anything had been reported about there. I have pins dropped on a map about how far we were from where we think this was occurring. My name is Nicholas Andrews.
After calling the authorities, the duo returned home and reflected on their encounter. They reported that nothing was ever found. What do you think happened? Were the screams from someone in distress, and were the gunshots aimed at someone? Share your thoughts in the comments. Case number 3. On the 13th of August, 2023, Joseph, the creator behind the YouTube channel 50/50 Fishing, made the bold decision to step away from his usual fishing adventures. He opted for a camping trip, thinking he could enjoy the great outdoors and, of course, do a bit of fishing. Little did he realize that this choice would lead to a regrettable event.
I just woke up. I heard something like a weird noise. What the hell is it? There's something else here. There's what the yeah, that sounds like a bear, like for real. Oh shit. I think it stopped, man. It like pushed my whole tent in right here. I'm about to go look. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I thought I heard it kind of run away. What the fuck? I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna sleep now.
He was trying to fall asleep when a bear began to circle his tent, growling. The sound of the growl intensified, as did his fear. In a moment of desperation, he reached for his gun and aimed it toward the tent wall where the bear was. Fortunately for him, the bear eventually left his campsite, allowing him to enjoy the peace of the surroundings. By morning, Joseph didn't waste any time packing up his gear. Case number 4. On October 4th, 2021, Johnny from the YouTube channel Florida Boy Johnny and his friend Danny began a hiking and camping trip, but sensed something was off as they neared their campsite.
Oh, there we go.
There's somebody down here already.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of spooky.
It's spooky. What are we gonna do?
Well, he's parked exactly where we need to be. Of all places.
Dig.
An old solitary truck sat parked in the spot designated for their car, which felt unusual in such a remote area. A sense of unease washed over them, but they tried to dismiss the nagging feeling that something was amiss. However, as they continued, they encountered something far more unsettling than the strange presence of the truck.
Can you hear me? We're heading back the other way. Grab your bag. We're trying to find the trail. We're heading back the other direction. Hurry.
Oh, I'm trying.
That was a 22. It went right over our heads. So we just got shot at. We were, and I just stopped recording, but there is somebody deep in the woods that direction. Shot what sounded like a 22, hit a tree about 2 feet away from us. And we were finding a spot to set up, and we had just set our bags down. I set the camera down after I stopped recording, and a bullet, 22, whizzed right above our heads into the tree that we were standing next to. And so I yelled out to him, whoever it was, got no response. Yelled out several more times, got one response, no idea what he said.
They narrowly escaped a bullet, realizing it was a targeted shot. Fearing for their safety and unsure of the shooter's location, they reported the incident to the police and chose a different trail out of the woods.
This whole area, the whole trail area,
Yeah.
it's you can hunt on it.
Okay.
And stuff. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Our hunting season starts a lot earlier out there, and general rule of thumb is we don't really go into the woods after the 15th of September, because that's when everything opens up, and you got to deal with the idiots, and you got to deal with the people from Jersey.
We had just stopped, and all of a sudden we had one round go right past us, maybe 10 feet, and then another one right above our head, and literally like 2 feet above our head into the tree, and it just sounded like a 22.
I'll go down. I'm gonna see if I can make contact with someone. I saw a blue truck down in one of the areas
I seen the
down
blue
there.
truck. Is the white pickup truck your guys? Right there.
They escaped unharmed, but the explanation they received didn't sit well with them. Johnny noted that hunting season had started, yet that wasn't enough reason for someone to fire a shot at them. Who pulled the trigger that day? Was it a reckless game or something more sinister? Case number 5. In August 2024, TJ, creator of the YouTube channel Kayak USA, went on a camping trip at Lake Guntersville that turned into a fight for survival.
Holy cow, y'all. So, I don't know how much I just filmed them. Out in the water, me and Dylan were both just waiting and fishing. And look what just rolled up on us. Look at this. It is pouring. And that's only a few hundred yards away. It is white capping out here on the water. Look at this. This just came up out of nowhere. I don't know how bad that looks on camera, but it's pretty bad.
In just a matter of minutes, the tranquil scene shifted dramatically as ominous dark clouds swiftly approached, and the wind began to pick up to dangerously high levels. What transpired next only confirmed his worst fears.
Something popped up on us right here, and it is bad, y'all. I don't know if you can tell, but we're inside of this gazebo, holding it down, and it's picking me up. Holy shit. This is nuts. Bro, I hope we ain't got no tornado popped up on us. Oh my God.
TJ and his cousin Dylan sought shelter under a gazebo, but the storm's fury was overwhelming. The wind grew so strong that it threatened to lift the gazebo, forcing them to hold it down with all their strength. The situation quickly became alarming.
Oh, stuff falling out of the tree. Oh, no, that was real. Oh my God, dude. We might need to get under the vehicle. Dude, I've never been in something like this. This is horrible, man. I haven't either. We probably need to be under our truck. There ain't no doubt. If this tree comes down, it's gonna hit us. Oh my God. I think we're in a tornado, y'all. Hey, that tree just went down. That tree just went down beside us. Guys,
I think we are in the middle of a tornado. My kayak is beached.
In a terrifying moment, TJ watched a tree fall just feet away. When the storm calmed, they made a chilling discovery about how close they had come to tragedy.
This is where we were going to park. We changed our mind the last second and parked down there. We wanted to park right behind the bathroom, and we decided to go a little bit further. This was going to be our camping spot, right where this tree's laying. I want y'all to see what just came down. Look at that. That's beside Dylan. This is where we were going to camp.
If they hadn't made a last-minute decision to park elsewhere, they would have been right in the path of the falling tree. What made this encounter unsettling was the unpredictability of nature and how quickly a routine camping trip can turn into a potentially dangerous situation. Thankfully, they made it out unharmed. Case number 6. This unsettling footage was captured by Xander Budnick, a YouTuber who is known for his adventurous activities. With nearly 20 years of experience, Xander captivates audiences with thrilling escapades in remote locations. However, on March 28, 2021, during a camping trip near his home, he encountered a chilling experience that shook him to his core.
So I just got out here. It's 12 degrees Celsius. We got snow on the ground, we got rain on the forecast, and it's that weird time between winter and summer. Some people call it spring, other people call it muck season. That's up to you. But it's definitely an awkward time to go camping. So we're out here with a ton of gear, and basically this is just an experiment, seeing what we can do in this type of season.
Xander packed his gear and hiked into the forest, documenting everything as he went. He eventually found a great spot to set up his tent. Initially, the forest was calm but became eerie later in the night, disrupted only by distant thunder. Xander woke suddenly to a strange, distant sound that resembled a cry. He stayed still, trying to pinpoint its source, when a gunshot suddenly rang out, silencing the eerie noises. Frozen with fear, he listened intently, but the forest fell silent once more. Despite his fear, Xander managed to sleep through the night, but he still felt unsettled in the morning. After breakfast, he packed his gear and left the forest. Once home, he searched the news for reports of strange activity, but found nothing. To this day, he and his viewers remain puzzled about the mysterious sounds. Case number 2. Beast Runners is a YouTube channel dedicated to hiking adventures where the creator brings his viewers along on his journeys, filming everything in a way that's both relaxing and inspiring, making you want to hit the trails yourself. However, this time, his hike carried a different purpose. He wasn't out for fun. Instead, he went in search of a hiker who had gone missing a few days earlier. For about 5 days, no one had seen or heard from the missing hiker, which raised significant concern among friends and family. The hiker left behind some clues on the morning he started his hike. A CCTV camera recorded him entering a mountain trail, and that same morning he posted an Instagram story showcasing the trail entrance. As a result, some beast runners decided to follow the same path he took.
Steady!
Eventually, he reached a creek that he thought might be the right place to search for the missing hiker. However, as he arrived, he was met with a surreal sight, and what followed shattered the moment completely.
Wow.
He found the missing hiker, but sadly he wasn't alive. With care, he secured the body to prevent it from being swept away by the creek. Then he made a signal fire to guide a rescue helicopter to the area. He also contacted the authorities, but they couldn't send a helicopter that day. However, the next day, a helicopter was sent to the location, and the deceased was brought home to his grieving family, who had been waiting for him. It's truly heartbreaking to think that if the beast runners hadn't found him, his family might have waited for years, or perhaps never learned what happened to him, never seeing him again. This alone highlights just how important people like beast runners are. Case number 3. A group of teenagers decided to try out the Randonautica app, which eventually led them to a secluded area of a beach. When they arrived, they came across a black suitcase. At first, they joked about it possibly containing money, but they had no idea they were about to make a chilling discovery.
Guys, we found a suitcase at the beach.
Gabby, go. I'll hold your stuff. I don't know.
Bro. Wait, open it.
Me was like, we're gonna find nothing.
Open it.
It was sweet.
It stinks, y'all.
It washed out. It's sweet.
Oh. Oh. Okay, so she's calling the police so we can see if it's actually a dead body or it's just food.
What do I found a suitcase on the water in Alpine Beach.
It was later revealed that the suitcase contained human remains. The unexpected discovery left the teenagers in complete disbelief, as they had originally planned to embark on a fun-filled adventure.
Police are investigating after several bags filled with human remains were found near the water on Alki Avenue this afternoon. Want to show you a look here at what's happening there. Police say they had received a call about a suspicious bag. They found more once arriving on the scene. You can see police out there right now. Harbor Patrol also helping out, and the King County Medical Examiner's Office has been called in.
The deceased were later identified as 35-year-old Jessica Lewis and 27-year-old Austin Cash Wenner. Following their tragic deaths, their family established a fundraiser, offering a reward for any information regarding the murders. However, in 2022, it was revealed that Lewis and Wenner were killed by their landlord, Michael Dudley, following a dispute over unpaid rent. Dudley was arrested and convicted of 2 counts of second-degree murder, ultimately receiving a sentence of 46 years in prison. Before moving forward, do me a favor and give this video a like, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Case number 4. Meet Jed, the creator of the YouTube channel Safety Third, where he shares his passion for travel and adventure. On December 31st, 2024, he embarked on an overnight hike in the Daniel Boone National Forest, hoping to discover abandoned mines. Unbeknownst to him, the hike would take a frightening turn.
Something's knocking wood up there. I don't know, that's weird. What is that, man? It's like, maybe it's a squirrel cracking a nut or something. I don't know. I want to go over here and check this because my curiosity is killing me. The fact that they put up a sign and there's a concrete structure. You know.
The sudden, strange sounds that echoed out of nowhere made him uncomfortable. Though he tried to brush it off as just the mere sounds of nature, he was determined to continue with his hike. However, upon arriving at the mine, things took a different turn.
I don't think these are like very old at all. That's a pretty high coal seam too. And it's dry. What the freak? That was weird.
He was greeted by a strange, almost human-like scream that pierced through the silence, echoing through the trees and sending a chill down his spine. He tried to brush it off and continue with his exploration, but no matter how hard he tried, the eerie sensation wouldn't leave him. It felt as if he was being watched. Choosing safety over adventure, he decided against staying the night and cautiously made his way back to his car, leaving the wilderness behind. Case number 5. In April 20th, 25, popular YouTuber Dara from the channel Darata went on a hiking trip to Borneo, Indonesia, known for its venomous snakes. He was accompanied by his trusted cameraman and a snake expert, unaware that their adventure would take a drastic turn.
We had to cross the river.
I'm in. Careful.
Watch out.
Is there something there?
Let me check.
Diaz, I'm like sinking right now.
Hold on.
No, I'm getting out. I'm getting.
Ah! God. It's already wrapping around me. Let me go.
I'm trying to
around your leg.
Diaz, it's actually properly constricting you now. I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it.
You got it?
No, I don't have it. Matt, it's actually constricting it. Okay, Matt, take it back.
Yeah, just throw it. Can you help me on the legs?
The tail, the back end of the tail.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay,
That's one.
yeah.
Oh my god. There we go. I got it.
After overcoming this obstacle, they spotted several snakes which boosted their confidence. They believed the first encounter was the worst part of their journey, but soon realized how mistaken they were.
We encountered the one thing we had been trying to avoid this entire trip, and one bite means death.
Diaz has literally just found a king cobra. Okay, come back, Diaz. I don't want you to like get hurt. Diaz.
Ooh, you guys hear that? Matt, give me that camera.
Okay. If we want to get footage of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check this out, guys.
Please be careful, man. Please
Yeah, just check this out. The largest venomous snake in the world. It's ready to attack.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Okay.
Almost, guys. I need to make this guy away from us right now. Oh.
And that's when the deadliest snake on the planet attacked me.
All right. Get back.
Right.
Get the. Oh my god! Holy shit. Oh my fucking god! Okay. Diaz. Oh my god.
Right, guys. We need to be careful.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we are far away from the health center.
Yeah. We're not getting bit.
Yeah, Matt.
Dara had a close call when a massive cobra nearly struck, leaving the crew shaken. This deadly species can take a human life within 30 minutes if not treated, and considering their remoteness from civilization, the situation could have turned fatal. Fortunately, Dara and the others managed to emerge unscathed. Case number 6. Matthew Stone, a beloved YouTuber known for his travels, went hiking with his dad at Glacier National Park, unaware that danger lurked at their campsite.
Yep, stay calm.
Should we hay bear them or do they see us?
I mean, let's just casually talk. I think that's good.
Okay.
Just casually talk. They see us. They see us. They hear us. They're just playing. They're just playing. So yeah, I think I'm pretty good to get a move on sooner than later.
Yep.
Hey, bears.
Hey, bear.
Hey, bears. Hey, we're good. We're good here. We're good. Hey there.
When they encountered the 2 grizzly bears, they stayed calm instead of running, which could trigger the bears' chase instincts. Remaining composed and avoiding sudden movements reduces the risk of being perceived as prey.
Yep. Yep, we're good. You're just curious. Just slowly, don't go towards them. Hey, bears.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we should probably,
Bears can be unpredictable, and the approach that worked for Matthew and his father may not always be the safest option. They were fortunate that the bears were in a playful mood, as different circumstances could have led to a much more dangerous encounter. Thankfully, they left the park unharmed. The trail feels safe until it doesn't. From ghostly figures in waterfalls to axe-wielding strangers crawling through the dark, these are the hiking encounters you'll wish you never saw. These are the scary hiking encounters you'll regret watching. Case number 1. On February 27, 2012, in a quiet area in Rio Claro, Brazil, a group of tourists had stopped by a beautiful waterfall. The sound of rushing water filled the air, and the place felt peaceful until something strange happened.
Domingo, curtindo uma cachoeira em Rio de Janeiro.
While filming the scene, one of the tourists noticed a dark, human-like figure slowly emerging from the water. It wasn't swimming, it wasn't climbing, it was simply rising, its shape too still, too unnatural.
Visual na mata. Agora o melhor de tudo é essa queda d'água. Muita água. Muita força. Uhul! Ih, caraca! Tem uma coisa ali. Caraca, apareceu um cara ali no meio da água. Mozinho! Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
The figure stood for only a moment. Without warning, it slipped back into the waterfall and vanished completely. The water churned as if something had passed through, but there were no splashes, no signs of movement afterward.
Tem alguma coisa lá no meio da água.
The group searched the area but found nothing, no footprints on the wet rocks, no one else in the water. the place felt suddenly colder, and the cheerful sound of the falls now carried a strange, heavy silence. Later, when the footage was uploaded, many believed it showed a ghost, possibly the spirit of someone who had drowned there long ago. Others refused to watch the video a second time.
Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
The figure had appeared for only seconds, but for those who saw it in person, that moment still lingers like the chill of the waterfall's mist. With that being said, let's move on to our second scariest hiking encounter ever caught on camera. Case number 2. On the night of May 26, 2025, Ray set up his trail camera and audio recorder deep inside a remote forest. The area was calm, untouched, and silent except for the distant rustle of animals. The only human he saw that day was a lone hiker passing by.
I got this spot. I found a deer trail. Look where it goes. So I, parked down that way, walked up here. It keeps going on up there. And I want to look up that way up the trail. So, I think the perfect spot would be right here. This good old spot. And just look straight up there. And if any deer come walking by, I'll catch them. So I need to get the trail cam and set it up. And we got her. So here's the trail cam. Got it set up. It's facing over there perfectly. But I've got a nice little treat for you guys. There's the sound recorder. Okay. So I'm going to have the trail cam going. I'm also going to have the sound recorder going. I'm going to listen to the audio first and then the trail cam. Just to see what we...
By the next morning, everything seemed normal, except the audio recorder had stopped working, its batteries completely drained.
Oh, I think we're in luck. Nope, didn't get stolen. It's still here. Okay. There's my stuff, still here, waiting for me. And the audio recorder, it looks like it turned off. That's okay, it just means the batteries died probably not long ago. So, well, we'll see how much audio we get. It's made so that as soon as the battery dies, or right before the battery dies, it stops the recording and then dies, so you don't get corrupted or lose it. So we'll be okay. We'll see what kind of audio we got.
Later, while reviewing the footage, Ray found something that made his blood run cold. Exactly 4 a.m. First, just the audio was strange, having strange taping sounds in it, but later, when he watched the recorded footage, it left him shaken. A shirtless man emerged from the darkness. He wasn't walking, he was crawling slowly across the forest floor, his bare skin pale under the faint light. In his hand, he gripped a massive axe, dragging it beside him as he moved. The camera caught no sound, but the way the man's head turned toward the lens suggested he knew it was there. For a moment he stopped, standing low, and stared before vanishing back into the trees. Ray asked the nearby villages if anyone recognized the man. No one did. The place where the figure appeared was miles from the nearest home, with no trails leading in or out. To this day, the question remains, why was he there in the dead of night, crawling through the forest with an axe? And more importantly, was he alone? Moving on to our third eerie footage, straight from the woods. Case number 3. On the night of February 21st, 2018, Chris was walking through a quiet part of town in Florida, filming for his YouTube channel. At first, everything seemed normal, just dim streetlights and empty sidewalks. But suddenly, one of the lights in the alley began flickering strangely. It would turn off completely, then suddenly turn back on as he walked past. Chris said the light never acted like that before.
She has to run because, like, it's not as dangerous, but like, it is dangerous at the same time because you never know who's like watching you from here. And what the freak? You guys saw that? You guys saw that, right? What the? You guys, I know you guys just saw that, right? I kept blinking. What the hell? And it never does that. Look, it just went out. It just went out. It doesn't do that at all. Oh my gosh, you guys. Turn on. Let me see if it turns on. Will it turn on for me? What the heck is going on? You can see it has a little light into it too. Right there.
Later, he noticed a man walking back and forth in the distance. The man kept glancing toward him, moving strangely, and then vanished from sight. Moments later, Chris saw him again, this time much closer.
That I have never figured out before. Is that you could drive go-karts on the streets. To me, I think that's pretty dope. Because I'm gonna get a go-kart, I'm just gonna just drive on the streets. Because last time I saw over here was like a go-kart, like all the way down there. And the guy turned it on. It was so loud, you guys. It was so loud. Oh crap! I have to go back through this creepy place. I'm telling you, it is really scary. I'm really scared of going down that place because what? Oh crap! All right. I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick. There's this guy that's walking back and forth. And I saw him. He was just talking to himself. It was really weird. And he kind of looked at me. I was going like this. I saw the guy at first, but like as soon as I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's like crazy. There's the guy. That was the guy that I was talking about. He was just walking from where you guys like where the lights were turning on and off. He was walking from there. I don't know what he's doing. That's creepy. Alright, I'm back.
The man was following him. Chris could see him in the corner of his camera frame, moving his arm back and forth in an odd, slow motion. There was no one else around, and the alley felt colder and darker.
I can see the guy. The guy disappeared. I can't see him anymore. Yo, that is weird. The guy disappeared. That guy just disappeared. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna head home right now because that's just freaking me out. I just got freaked out right now so bad. I don't know, but I'm walking in front of that. Dude, it just turned on. It was completely off. It was off. Alright, you guys, what the hell is he doing? Dude, I think this guy is actually crazy. You guys, where's he at? Dude, he's right there. Right there. Listen. Look what he's doing. He's just moving his arm back and forth. What the hell? Yo, this place is creepy. This place is actually really...
As Chris hurried toward home, the street light that had been off suddenly flickered back to life, right as he passed under it, making him feel like someone or something was watching.
Creepy. Alright, I'm gonna go home right now. I'm gonna get situated. I didn't even tell nobody that I was gone. But you guys, comment down your favorite part of the video. It was probably the light, because I swear, when I was walking towards it, like just recently, the last time I was walking towards it, it was off completely. Like, I was staring at it for a while. And then as soon as I went in front of it, that just like turned on. It was a couple of people that passed by there too. Because there was two people. It was that guy that was following me, and this other guy that was coming in front of me, that was like walking towards me, and that was weird. I'll tell you that right now. But anyways,
the man never said a word. He just kept walking behind Chris until he disappeared again. To this day, Chris doesn't know who he was or why he followed him through that haunted alley. Let's move on to our fourth footage from TikTok user Melody's OG. Case number 4. On May 21st, 2023, a TikTok user shared footage from his last hiking trip. While hiking through the thick wilderness, he came across a dark cave. His curiosity made him step inside, slowly moving through its passages. The air was cold, and the walls seemed to close in around him. Something ahead caught his attention. A large shadow blocked part of the path. As he moved a little closer, the shape became clearer. He finally saw it, a massive bear lying motionless in the darkness. Its size was terrifying, and for a moment it felt like the whole cave belonged to it. The bear was deep in hibernation, its slow breathing echoing faintly in the cave. His chest tightened, and every instinct told him not to make a sound. Step by step, he backed away, careful not to wake the beast. He stepped back into the daylight, alive and shaken, knowing that a single wrong move could have ended everything. With that being said, let's move on to our fifth haunting hiking clip. Case number 5. On September 8th, 2024, in a video uploaded by Unfiltered Presney on TikTok, a man was hiking deep inside a remote mountain range. The trail was quiet, the air cold, and the climb steep. That's when he saw it, high on the mountainside. A dark cave with something huge inside.
Could this be the face of Bigfoot?
He moved closer and his heart stopped. A massive stone head was jutting out from the cave wall. Its shape looked like a face, but not a human one. Its features, wide, deep-set eyes, a heavy brow, and a long, thick mouth looked eerily like Bigfoot.
Could this be the face of Bigfoot?
The stone face appeared so perfect and lifelike, it was almost as if it was staring right at him. The place was so high and hard to reach that he couldn't imagine how anyone could have carved it there. Then came the thought that made his stomach twist. What if it wasn't carved at all?
A group of hikers filmed this face inside it.
He remembered an old theory he once read, that giant creatures, maybe even living beings, could be turned into stone after centuries of minerals and weather, burying them in time. Looking at the size of the head, he began to believe it.
A cave, and it closely resembles Bigfoot.
He slowly stepped back, but the face seemed to follow him with its stone eyes. That was when he knew some parts of the mountain were not meant to be found.
Could this be the face of Bigfoot? A group of hikers filmed this face inside a cave, and it closely resembles Bigfoot.
That brings us to our last footage for scary hiking encounters that you are going to regret watching. Case number 6, on November 18th, 2020, on an unknown road in the USA. It was a quiet evening when a truck driver pulled over to film the full moon for his son. He wanted to capture the moment perfectly, but as he focused on the sky, his truck suddenly jolted as if something had struck it. Shaken, he stopped immediately. He checked the dashcam footage, hoping to understand what happened. At first, everything looked normal. The road was empty, the night still. Then something strange appeared. A dark figure standing motionless in the middle of the road. It didn't move, didn't make a sound. The driver stepped out to see for himself, but when he looked, the road was empty. No person, no shadow, no trace of anything at all. Only silence surrounded him. Some now believe he may have seen something not of this world, something that appeared only for a moment, then vanished without a sign. Paranormal investigators remain unsure of what happened that night.
Just come back.
Oh yeah, I'll come back sometime. Oh, this is fucking beautiful.
Oh shit, is he okay? Wait. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh shit, man.
No.
Follow you, after you.
And at this point, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the men was moving behind me. And at that moment, my gut instinct kicked in loud and clear. Get out now.
Those are just two of the many reasons why you should never leave the main trail while hiking. The Grand Canyon, located in northern Arizona within Grand Canyon National Park, is one of the most breathtaking places on Earth. Every year, millions of tourists from around the globe travel to Arizona to witness its vast beauty. They capture stunning photographs, creating memories that last a lifetime. However, in the pursuit of the perfect photo, some individuals push their limits a bit too far. Unfortunately, when that happens, the inevitable can occur, just as it did in this case.
Why you don't go down there? Why you don't go down there? Why was that? That's why everybody's sitting over there. They don't want to take a picture. And then you fall, and then somebody gets hurt. That's why you don't go down there. That's why there's no trail down there. Oh my god. Where's he at? They fell down and fell off cliff.
In 2020, a tragic incident occurred when a 59-year-old woman visited the canyon like many others do. While attempting to capture a photo, she stepped away from the designated main trail and slipped, ultimately falling hundreds of feet to her death. Sadly, she is not the only person who has lost their life in this manner at the canyon. Watch this.
He should come back. Is there anybody that looks here? What?
Oh, do not have to get out though. I'm good. Okay. I have to get back up though. That's the issue. Climbing that rock.
It's going back, man.
Just come back.
Oh yeah, I'll come back sometime. Oh, this is fucking beautiful.
It is, but.
Hey, no native cries, girl.
Oh shit, is he okay? Wait. Oh no. Oh no.
Shit, man.
No, don't look, don't look.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we told him to come back up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We need to call. You have your phone. Get your phone.
Helicopter is out. Here.
Give me a call. Oh my gosh.
Dumbass.
Oh my god, we. Baby girl.
Just move back in.
Oh my gosh.
Is this ever happened before?
Is he not? He's not moving, huh? He's not moving. Hello? Hello?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Hello? Nothing.
You think I fall? Okay, sit down.
As the man attempted to balance himself for a photo, he slipped unexpectedly. It was evident that he was off the designated tourist trail, as a metal barricade could be seen in the footage. He fell several meters, rolling toward a second drop. Fortunately, he survived the fall with only some bruises and minor injuries, largely thanks to the quick actions of other tourists who called for a trauma helicopter. While he was lucky, the situation could have ended much worse, just like the 59-year-old woman. These incidents are stark reminders of the dangers that can arise in such breathtaking locations. And next time you're about to deviate from the main trail, ask yourself if it is safe and worth the risk. Josh is an adventurer with a passion for hiking through various trails, camping in the great outdoors, and visiting new places while sharing his travel adventures with the world. However, this time, he ventured deep into the jungles of Sri Lanka to explore a hidden cannibal cave. But things didn't go as planned.
Look at this road. Why wasn't this there at the start? It's just all of a sudden become the most amazing road ever created. Oh my goodness, I gotta save myself a lot of time. More of a workout, I suppose. Hello, cutie pie. Wow, look at this road. This is super scenic. I still can't get over how stunning the nature is in Sri Lanka. It is an incredibly beautiful country. It's also incredibly hot. Woo! There's a big bag of sweat. But fortunately for me, my luck was about to change as I heard the distant rattle of a tuk-tuk engine. Hi, listen. Oh, it's okay? Oh, thank you. You're a savior. Thanks to the kindness of this local driver, I was back on track, racing up the mountain. But what I didn't realize was that an even bigger challenge was waiting for me ahead. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. That was so kind. So I've got about another 30 minutes on this road, and then we should hopefully reach the area where the road will turn to a trail.
Josh approached the cave, needing to climb just a few stairs to reach it. Soon, two men appeared from behind the trees and started following him without saying anything. At first, he found it odd, but didn't pay much attention. Then, one of the men asked him to follow them. Josh politely refused, but they insisted, which made him feel uneasy. To capture the moment, he took out his camera and started recording.
I've been joined by some friends. They're showing me around. Very cool. I thought it was a bit strange that as soon as I began filming, they moved out of the shot. But I tried to ignore them and stayed focused on filming the cave I'd worked so hard to reach. Yet every time I lowered the camera, they would tell me to follow them as they wanted to show me something. At this point, I did feel quite uncomfortable, but I decided to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think these guys want to show me something. All right, We're going this way? But when I finally saw what they wanted to show me, everything changed. Wow. It was an abandoned house, and they wanted me to go in first. Okay, I'll follow you, after you. And at this point, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the men was moving behind me. And at that moment, my gut instinct kicked in loud and clear. Get out now. I'm just gonna get one more shot, okay? One more shot. Oh, sorry, I'm just shooting, filming, and doing more. And then I'll come, okay? I stayed calm, acted like I wasn't suspicious, and slowly walked back towards the entrance. But it seemed like they didn't want me to leave. I'll come soon. I just want to shoot this. But you go, I'll stay. And then I come later. I'm just filming everything. Okay? Okay. So I pretended to take the shot, and when I saw they were distracted, I made my move. At first, I walked at a normal pace, as off camera I had told them I'd forgotten something on the trail. But then, I heard footsteps coming after me, and that's when I ran. Oh, I'm gonna have a sit. Alright guys, so I have made it to safety. I wanted to wait until I was off the isolated road because there's only one way up and one way down to that cave. The adrenaline is rushed out of me. I ran down that mountain. That's why I'm very, very sweaty. That's probably a bit confusing as to what happened.
Josh escaped a dangerous situation and felt relieved to be unharmed. The men seemed like they were trying to lure him into an abandoned building, and it's uncertain what their intentions were. This situation highlights the importance of not trusting strangers, especially in remote areas, and listening to your instincts. While the men might have just wanted to show him something, it's always better to be cautious. YouTuber Greg Harris was riding his ATV on a remote forest trail. The trail was wide open, allowing him to go incredibly fast, and he was having a great time as there were no obstacles in sight. However, his joy was soon about to be cut short. Greg was riding through the woods when suddenly he became ensnared by a nearly invisible metal wire strung between two trees. It caught on his helmet, forcing him to an abrupt halt. In that moment, he was in utter shock, grappling with the reality that he wasn't injured. The situation could have ended much worse, but he was fortunate that the wire broke and that he had been wearing a helmet. Without it, the consequences could have been serious. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of always wearing a helmet and maintaining a safe speed while riding on trails, especially since many other riders have experienced similar dangers and weren't as lucky as Greg. One evening, a man was driving home from a hiking trip when he decided to take a shortcut through an old cemetery. Initially, he thought he spotted a small crowd in front of him, but as he ventured closer, he quickly realized that wasn't the case. As the clock struck midnight, he spotted a group of people moving through the shadows, carrying something that resembled an old-fashioned coffin, an item that felt like it had been out of use for ages. What was unnerving was the way they moved. There was an eerie, almost unnatural slowness to their steps. Despite his headlights illuminating the area, not a single person in the group acknowledged his presence, which heightened the unsettling atmosphere even more. There was something undeniably haunting about this scene. What had he really witnessed that night? Let us know in the comments below. While hiking in the woods, a man came across a stunning waterfall and felt compelled to capture its breathtaking beauty with his camera. Surrounded by the tranquility of nature, he took time to pan the camera and appreciate the scenery around him. Just when he was lost in the peacefulness, he noticed something chilling that abruptly shattered the serene atmosphere.
Sino yung nagpapakita dito? Wow. Sino ka? Sino ka?
He noticed a figure standing silently close by, and just moments later, the enigmatic person began to walk away slowly, leaving him feeling unsettled. Despite his efforts to call out and find out more, there was no reply. Struck by a sense of unease and confusion over what he had just witnessed, he didn't hesitate to leave the forest behind. On March 21st, 2025, in a remote region of Slovakia, a man was out for a hike along a forest trail with his dog when he unexpectedly encountered something profoundly terrifying. He kept hearing a persistent sound, reminiscent of stones knocking together, and when he finally decided to track down its source, he spotted a red-colored creature about 100 feet away. Eager to provoke a reaction, he banged a stick against a tree. As the echo of his knock reverberated through the air, the creature slyly slipped to the left and vanished from sight. Even though he was afraid of the possible danger posed by the creature, he couldn't help but feel a rush of excitement at having witnessed the encounter firsthand. Ultimately, he managed to emerge from the forest unscathed, and this unforgettable experience would stay with him for a long time. Click the video on screen and watch as I delve further into more scary encounters.